I wasn't in the ad
Right.
because of Jay-Z and them was putting it together. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL has some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue?
Although Jay-Z is frequently praised as a successful business mogul and an entertainment legend, there are many who believe that his rise to fame and fortune is not as clean as it seems. Critics argue that his journey is marked by questionable deals, suspicious partnerships, and behind-the-scenes strategies that have made some people feel cheated. For instance, his launch of the streaming service Tidal was met with mixed reactions, and many fans felt that it did not live up to the hype. Furthermore, there are ongoing accusations that he has taken advantage of the very artists he claims to support, leaving them feeling undervalued and exploited. As a result, while Jay-Z continues to build his empire, the controversies surrounding his methods serve as a reminder that success in the entertainment world can often come with its fair share of complications and ethical dilemmas. Today, we're going to explore the fascinating world of Jay-Z, a man who proudly calls himself a businessman. Some people believe he is the smartest hustler in the hip-hop industry, using his skills to achieve great success. Others, however, think he might be the biggest scammer the genre has ever seen, using questionable tactics to get ahead. We'll take a closer look at his rise to fame, examining his business moves and decisions. Are they clever strategies that show his talent for making deals? Or are they signs of someone who bends the rules to win? Sean Corey Carter, widely known as Jay-Z, was born on December 4, 1969, in Brooklyn, New York. He grew up in the challenging environment of the Marcy Projects, an area known for its high levels of violence and poverty. After his father left the family when Jay-Z was only 11 years old, his mother, Gloria Carter, raised him on her own. Life was tough for them, and as a teenager, Jay-Z turned to drug dealing to make ends meet. However, amidst all this chaos, he found solace in music. A pivotal moment came when his mother gifted him a boombox for his birthday, which sparked his love for rap. Looking back on his youth, Jay-Z has said that if he had been focused on music instead of the streets, he might have avoided some of the troubles he faced. Recognizing his potential, his mother encouraged him to chase his dreams in music from an early age. Her support played a crucial role in helping him shift his focus and eventually rise to fame as one of the most influential figures in hip-hop. Inspired by his mentor Jaz-O and the famous Jay-Z subway lines, Sean Corey Carter adopted the name Jay-Z and began a journey that would lead to one of the most iconic careers in hip-hop history. Although Jay-Z moved away from his street life, he carried his hustler mentality into the music world, applying the same determination and drive that helped him survive in a tough environment. As he delved deeper into rapping, he met talent manager Dame Dash through producer DJ Clark Kent, who had worked on a few tracks for Jay's first album. At that time, Dame was managing a 90s hip-hop group called Original Flavor. The moment they met, Dame and Jay-Z hit it off, and he was particularly impressed by Jay's stylish, pristine Air Force sneakers. Their strong connection laid the groundwork for a partnership that would significantly shape both their careers. When Jay-Z was gearing up to drop his first album, Reasonable Doubt, Dame Dash was hustling hard, pitching it to different record labels. But guess what? The feedback wasn't great. Music execs didn't think Jay had that it factor. They claimed he wasn't marketable, and even said his sound wasn't what the public wanted. Crazy, right? So, instead of giving up, Jay-Z, Dame, and their other partner, Kareem Burke, decided to take matters into their own hands. They pulled their money together, and in 1994, boom, Roc-A-Fella Records was born. That's when Jay-Z's real hustle kicked off. No big labels. No problem, they created their own lane, proving that sometimes when doors don't open for you, you've got to build your own. Universal Music Group UMG eventually bought 50% of Roc-A-Fella Records, dividing that ownership between two major labels. Def Jam took 25%, and UMG kept the other 25%. This partnership really helped Roc-A-Fella grow quickly, opening new doors for the label. As a result, Jay-Z started to see things differently. Initially, he had planned to just release one album, but he recognized his incredible talent and decided it was time to make the leap from being just a rapper to becoming a savvy businessman. This shift in focus marked a crucial turning point in his career. With Roc-A-Fella's expansion, the label began to sign up incoming artists like Cameron, Beanie Siegel, and the most famous of all, Kanye West. These new signings not only added more talent to the Roc-A-Fella roster, but also strengthened the label's influence in the music industry. Jay-Z's vision for Roc-A-Fella was transforming into a powerhouse, showcasing how he was not only a talented artist, but also a strategic thinker who could identify and nurture the next generation of hip-hop stars. At this stage, Roc-A-Fella Records was really thriving, with Jay-Z leading the charge and a growing list of successful artists representing the label. However, as the success came pouring in, Jay began to view Dame Dash as more of a liability than a true partner. This shift marked the beginning of what some critics call Jay's questionable business practices. With Roc-A-Fella rising in popularity, Dame's ego started to inflate, leading to some very public outbursts and unpredictable behavior. For instance, he famously caused a ruckus on tour because Roc-A-Fella jackets were being replaced with Def Jam merchandise, which did not sit well with him at all. To make matters worse, he started pushing artists like Cameron without even consulting Jay, which raised eyebrows and caused tension. This growing discord between Jay and Dame not only affected their partnership, but also highlighted the challenges that often come with success in the music industry. The dynamics within the label were changing, and the cracks in their relationship began to show, hinting that behind the glitz and glamour of Roc-A-Fella's success, there were deeper issues at play. As Dame Dash became fully absorbed in the glamorous celebrity lifestyle, complete with a luxurious Maybach and a personal chef, it became obvious that his partnership with Jay-Z was starting to fray. The tension between them escalated dramatically during a critical meeting at Def Jam. In the past, Dame was always involved in every aspect of the business. But this time, he forced his way into a meeting where important business plans were being discussed. When he barged in, he was shocked to hear that they were outlining a marketing strategy specifically for Jay-Z. In his typical confrontational style, he exclaimed, "I saw all of you yesterday. Why didn't anyone tell me about a marketing plan for Jay-Z? This isn't just your artist anymore." This moment was pivotal. It highlighted not only the growing divide between Dame and Jay-Z, but also the changing dynamics within their business relationship. Dame's insistence on being involved in everything began to clash with Jay's vision for his own career and Roc-A-Fella's future. As the pressure mounted, it became clear that their differing priorities could jeopardize not only their partnership, but also the success of the label they built together.
About Jay without me. How y'all make any decisions about Jay without me? I bet you Jay don't know I wasn't invited. I bet you that. Email, now we discuss things through email. Jay's not on Def Jam. Jay's on Roc-A-Fella. Y'all not better than me. I want somebody to explain it to me. I ain't get no calls about nothing. Nobody in this room's better than anybody in my staff.
Jay-Z decided to sell his share of Roc-A-Fella Records to Def Jam because it offered him a huge financial reward and a new role as president of the label. This was a turning point for him as he recognized that he was not just a talented rapper, but also a savvy businessman. He realized that he could manage his career and the label on his own without needing Dame Dash by his side anymore. To truly understand how Jay-Z outsmarted Dame Dash in their business dealings, we need to look closely at the details of the deal they made. Jay-Z, along with Dame Dash and Kareem Burke, sold their remaining shares of Roc-A-Fella Records for a total of $50 million. However, what Dame didn't realize was that Jay had already struck a secret side agreement with Def Jam. With Kevin Liles stepping down from his role as president, Jay made a smart move by negotiating a lucrative deal that earned him a $30 million payout to take over as the new head of Def Jam. Not only did he secure a high-paying position, but he also regained ownership of all his master recordings that were released under the label. In a bold move that many view as a clever hustle, Jay-Z managed to outmaneuver Dame Dash in a tough business deal that ultimately cost Dame millions of dollars. This deal showcased Jay's sharp business instincts, allowing him to come out on top while leaving Dame at a disadvantage. However, it's important to note that Jay-Z did face a significant loss himself. He still does not have full control over his very first album, Reasonable Doubt. Despite all his success and progress in the industry, Dame Dash continues to hold a part of the rights to that iconic album even today. As Roc-A-Fella continued to grow beyond just a music label, the relationship between Jay-Z and Dame Dash became more strained. Jay saw an opportunity to make even more money and successfully hustled Dame again. In 1999, Roc-A-Fella expanded its reach by launching Roc-A-Wear, a clothing line that turned the label into a well-known brand within hip-hop culture. This move was significant because it allowed fans to connect with Roc-A-Fella on multiple levels, as they could now buy not only music, but also stylish clothing that represented the hip-hop lifestyle. As Roc-A-Fella evolved into a full-fledged brand, it highlighted how powerful Jay's vision was, even as tensions simmered with Dame over the direction of their partnership. For Dame Dash, this situation was tough to handle. He had always taken pride in being his own boss and running things on his own terms. However, with Jay-Z now holding a powerful position at Def Jam, it meant that Jay had become a figure of authority in their business relationship, which was something Dame found hard to accept. Feeling overshadowed and wanting to reclaim his independence, Dame eventually decided to leave Roc-A-Fella and launch his own venture called Dame Dash Music Group. Unfortunately, this new project didn't succeed as he had hoped. It was a significant shift for Dame, who had once been a key player in the hip-hop industry alongside Jay. In a last effort to keep his business alive, Dame Dash sold his share of Roc-A-Wear for $22 million. However, only 2 years later, Jay-Z sold the brand for an impressive $204 million, which meant Dame missed out on a chance to earn an additional $30 million. Even after Dame's disappointment, the buyers of Roc-A-Wear filed a lawsuit against Jay, but he emerged victorious and gained another $15 million from the legal battle. Once again, Jay had successfully outsmarted Dame, the very person who had initially believed in his talent and potential. Now, all that Dame has left is his share of the iconic album Reasonable Doubt, which represents a significant part of Roc-A-Fella's history. However, recent developments suggest that this piece of the legacy might also slip away from him soon, highlighting the unpredictable and often ruthless nature of the entertainment industry. Currently, Dame Dash is dealing with several legal troubles, particularly related to unpaid child support, which has put him in a tough situation. Because of these issues, he is now compelled to sell his last remaining asset connected to Roc-A-Fella, which is the rights to Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z's very first album. This is a significant moment, as Reasonable Doubt holds a special place in hip-hop history and in the legacy of both artists. The auction for these rights is scheduled for next month, and this could lead to Jay-Z having the opportunity to buy back not just Reasonable Doubt, but potentially his entire collection of music. The ongoing legal fight has led to multiple lawsuits, and by 2024, Dame Dash's final 33% share of Roc-A-Fella will be available for sale. This situation has created a lot of buzz in the entertainment world, as fans and industry insiders eagerly watch what will happen next. However, even if Dame sells his share, Jay-Z won't completely get back the rights to his music until 2031. That's when he can use a special legal rule called termination rights, which allows artists to challenge who owns their work after a certain period. Despite the tough situation he's in, Dame Dash is not giving up easily. He's showing that he's willing to stand his ground and even mentioned the idea of selling his rights to Jay-Z's music to rapper Drake, just to get back at Jay. This move could shake things up in the music industry, as it would create tension between Jay-Z and Drake, two of the biggest names in hip-hop. Dame's comments suggest that he's determined to make a statement, and he wants everyone to know that he still has some power in this situation. By considering such a bold step, He's keeping the spotlight on himself and his ongoing struggle with Jay-Z, proving that the rivalry between them is far from over. This story shows how Jay-Z has a unique talent for turning every business decision into a personal victory, but often at the cost of those around him. His rise to the top in both music and business didn't just happen by chance, it was driven by clever strategies and an unyielding work ethic. Jay-Z's approach to business highlights the harsh reality that success in the entertainment industry can come with tough choices and sacrifices. He has consistently shown that he is willing to do whatever it takes to achieve his goals, which has helped him build an empire. After leaving Def Jam and Roc-A-Fella, Jay-Z didn't just sit back, he took bold steps to grow his business empire even further. In 2008, he started Roc Nation, a well-known talent management company that quickly gained fame in the music industry. This move was more than just a new job for him. It was the beginning of what would become a multi-billion-dollar empire. By creating Roc Nation, Jay-Z established a platform that not only helped manage and promote artists, but also allowed him to expand into other areas like sports management and music production. His success with Roc Nation shows his ability to adapt and thrive in the ever-changing entertainment landscape. Just like his experience with Dame Dash, Jay-Z had to navigate some tricky situations to build Roc Nation into a successful company. From the start, Roc Nation gained a strong foothold in the music world by signing talented artists like J. Cole and teaming up with Sony Music. This partnership allowed Roc Nation to thrive. But Jay-Z didn't stop there. He expanded the company's reach beyond music by also managing athletes and exploring opportunities in various industries, which helped Roc Nation grow even more. What really makes Roc Nation unique is its hybrid approach. It operates not only as a music label, but also as a talent agency, giving it the flexibility to act in different ways depending on what the situation calls for. Jay-Z saw a big opportunity with Roc Nation and wanted to grow the company quickly to establish its strong presence in the entertainment industry. One smart strategy he employed was to step in and save artists who were struggling in tough situations. This approach not only helped the artists, but also created good publicity for both them and Roc Nation, which, of course, reflected positively on Jay-Z's brand as well. However, this tactic sometimes came at the expense of others involved. A famous example of this is when Jay-Z intervened to help Lil Wayne during a challenging time in his career. By aligning with Lil Wayne, Jay-Z was able to showcase Roc Nation's commitment to supporting talent, while also elevating his own status in the industry. Back in 2008, Jay-Z tried to bring Lil Wayne to Roc-A-Fella Records, but Wayne decided to stick with Birdman and Cash Money Records, showing his loyalty. Fast forward a few years, and Wayne found himself in serious trouble with Birdman, facing legal fights over unpaid royalties and other money issues. That's when Jay-Z stepped in to offer help, which changed the narrative dramatically. Wayne even went so far as to publicly thank Jay for assisting him in paying off a hefty $7 million tax debt, which painted Birdman in a negative light. The timing of this support was significant because Jay-Z was just about to launch Tidal, his own music streaming service. With Wayne's endorsement of Tidal, it felt like a mutual arrangement, where Jay helped Wayne out, and Wayne, in turn, supported Jay's new venture. Although Wayne later made amends with Birdman, the story of Jay-Z as the hero who came to the rescue remained. This was not the only time Jay-Z used this approach. He did something similar with Lil Uzi Vert, who found himself in a tough spot with his label, Generation Now, during the highly awaited release of his album Eternal Atake. Frustrated with the delays, Uzi took to social media to express his frustrations. His album, which was the sequel to Love is Rage 2, was one of the most anticipated projects of its time, but it kept getting postponed due to leaks and problems with his label. However, everything shifted when Uzi announced his new partnership with Roc Nation. This move was significant and caught a lot of attention in the industry. Even Billboard pointed out Jay-Z's strategy, noting that when an artist runs into trouble with their record label, the go-to person for help seems to be Jay-Z and his team at Roc Nation. Jay-Z and Roc Nation entered the picture when Uzi took to social media to announce that they had helped him get back to making music. By signing Uzi, Roc Nation crafted a story that painted Jay-Z as a hero, coming to the rescue of another artist stuck in an unfair deal. However, DJ Drama, who had ties to Uzi's original label, challenged this narrative, saying it was misleading and blown out of proportion. He claimed that Roc Nation's public relations team was behind the story shared with Billboard, which framed Jay-Z as the savior and cast Uzi's previous label in a negative light. DJ Drama didn't hold back when he spoke about how the situation unfolded, expressing his frustration with how Roc Nation framed the story. He remarked, "Roc Nation saves Lil Uzi. Come on, that's not right." We all respect Jay-Z, but the way this narrative was crafted raises questions about who's behind the public relations for Roc Nation. The way the story was told felt unfair to us and misrepresented what really happened. His comments highlight the tension between different parties in the music industry and how media narratives can shape public perception. Megan Thee Stallion is another artist who became part of Jay-Z's network of support, showcasing how Roc Nation operates in the industry. When Megan encountered legal challenges with her label regarding a 360 deal, Roc Nation stepped in to help her navigate the complicated situation. They not only offered legal advice, but also signed her to their management team, positioning themselves as allies. Then came the dramatic incident involving Tory Lanez, where Megan was reportedly shot by the rapper. Throughout this difficult time, Roc Nation stood firmly by Megan's side, reinforcing their image as champions for artists in tough situations. In these situations, Jay-Z often portrays himself as a hero, but there's a clear underlying strategy aimed at strengthening Roc Nation's brand while putting the blame on others, like Megan's original label. This pattern becomes obvious when looking at Jay-Z's actions. He tends to intervene when an artist is facing challenges, helping them out of tough spots while simultaneously boosting his own reputation and influence in the music industry. Whether it's paying off debts, managing disputes with record labels, or getting involved in public controversies, Jay's actions seem to be driven more by self-interest than genuine goodwill. He carefully crafts deals and narratives that consistently benefit Roc Nation, ensuring that the company emerges stronger and more respected after each scenario. Jay-Z has long presented himself as a hustler, a self-made man who climbed to the top through hard work and determination. However, if you look closer, his journey to power reveals a series of carefully planned decisions and sometimes questionable partnerships. While he likes to emphasize his personal struggle and success story, the reality shows that his rise has often involved strategic maneuvers that might not align with the typical image of a dedicated artist. A striking example of Jay-Z's complex relationships in the business world is his partnership with Desiree Perez, who is a crucial member of his team and now serves as the CEO of Roc Nation. Perez has played a significant role in negotiating some of the biggest deals for Jay-Z's brand, including Beyonce's Formation Tour and Rihanna's partnership with Samsung. However, her background adds a layer of intrigue to their story. Perez has a checkered past that includes serious drug-related offenses. She managed to escape a long prison sentence by cooperating with the Drug Enforcement Administration (DEA), helping them take down major cocaine traffickers. Desiree Perez's past came back into the spotlight when rapper 6ix9ine publicly criticized Meek Mill, who is an artist under Roc Nation, for working with someone who had cooperated with the government. This situation pointed out a clear contradiction within Jay-Z's circle, as many rappers, including Meek, emphasize the importance of loyalty to street codes. Yet, they are still willing to collaborate with someone like Perez, who has a history of breaking those very rules. Despite the backlash, Jay-Z stood by Perez, showing his unwavering support for her. In 2021, she even received a full pardon from former President Donald Trump, which added another layer of complexity and contradiction to her position within Roc Nation. For Jay-Z, Desiree Perez plays a crucial role in his overall strategy, making her much more than just a problem solver. She has been vital in managing significant deals and addressing legal challenges, helping Roc Nation grow and reach new heights. However, this growth sometimes comes at the cost of the loyalty Jay-Z often talks about in his music. By leveraging Perez's talents while ignoring her complicated past, Jay-Z demonstrates his ability to make savvy business moves that can push him further up the ladder of success. Yet, this raises an important question about his authenticity. Is Jay-Z's professed loyalty to the streets simply a tactic that he uses to benefit himself? Jay-Z's relationship with Desiree Perez indicates that his business tactics are anything but straightforward. His approach is deliberate and strategic, showing that he is willing to outsmart his rivals, even if it means straying from the rules he often emphasizes. Roc Nation has successfully carved a significant space in the entertainment industry, representing a roster of major artists like Alicia Keys, Lil Uzi Vert, Megan Thee Stallion, A$AP Rocky, and Rihanna, among others. After creating Roc Nation, Jay-Z aimed for an even bigger goal to enter the fast-growing music streaming industry. In 2011, as Spotify was becoming popular in the U.S., Jay-Z seized the opportunity by purchasing the Norwegian streaming company Aspiro for $56 million and renaming it Tidal. His goal was to make Tidal a strong competitor in the market. To do this, he used his extensive connections within the music world to recruit famous artists like Madonna, J. Cole, Rihanna, Alicia Keys, Daft Punk, and Kanye West. These artists were not just featured on the platform, they also gained partial ownership of Tidal, which added a unique twist to the service. Jay-Z promoted Tidal as a streaming service for artists by artists, aiming to empower musicians and give them a fair share of the profits. To highlight this mission, he even released one of his legendary freestyles, emphasizing the need for equal pay for artists in the industry. In one of his powerful freestyles, Jay-Z made it clear how passionate he is about equal pay for artists. He expressed that when he works, he deserves to be treated fairly and not like a servant. He pointed out that he isn't just going through the motions for entertainment, he takes his craft seriously and wants to be respected for it. Jay-Z challenged listeners to consider their spending habits, questioning why they buy expensive products like iPhones from Steve Jobs, whose company is worth a fortune. He contrasted that with how little some streaming services pay artists, despite being valued at billions. The launch of Tidal didn't go as well as Jay-Z had hoped. Many fans were quick to voice their criticism during the launch event, where a lineup of wealthy and famous artists took the stage to discuss the importance of fair pay for musicians. Instead of feeling inspired, a lot of people thought the event seemed out of touch with reality. It felt ironic that these successful artists, who were already making plenty of money, were talking about being underpaid. This disconnect made what was intended to be a groundbreaking moment for artists come across as insensitive and tone-deaf. Fans expected a message of solidarity from artists who understood their struggles, but instead, they saw a gathering of the rich, discussing issues that felt far removed from everyday musicians' realities. In July 2015, Tidal faced serious trouble when Cash Money Records filed a massive $50 million lawsuit against them. The lawsuit claimed that Tidal released Lil Wayne's music without getting the proper permission, which caused a lot of backlash for the streaming service. To make matters worse, in February 2016, Tidal found itself in even deeper legal trouble. They were hit with a $5 million class action lawsuit from Yesh Music LLC and John Emanuel, a member of the band The American Dollar. This lawsuit accused Tidal of not paying royalties and using their music without authorization. These legal battles highlighted significant challenges for Tidal, raising questions about its business practices and relationships with artists and labels. Tidal's legal problems were only starting, and these initial lawsuits gave a glimpse of the challenges ahead for the streaming service. Even though Jay-Z was a strong supporter of Tidal and even released his much-anticipated album, The Life of Pablo, exclusively on the platform, things took a turn in 2016. This was a significant moment, as it showed that even the biggest names in the music industry were not immune to the issues surrounding streaming services. Jay-Z's commitment to Tidal was seen as a major endorsement, but the ongoing legal issues hinted at deeper problems within the company. Fans and industry insiders began to wonder if Tidal could truly succeed and provide a fair platform for artists, especially with all the controversy and uncertainty surrounding its operations. Kanye West decided to end his exclusive streaming deal with Tidal, saying that the company owed him $3 million. This was a significant blow for Tidal, especially since it was promoted as a platform created for artists by artists. The breakup with Kanye, who is one of the biggest names in music, raised serious doubts about Tidal's ability to deliver on its promises. It made many people wonder if the platform could really support artists in the way it claimed. Instead of being a place where musicians thrived, the situation painted Tidal in a negative light, leading to speculation that it might be just another scheme by Jay-Z to benefit himself rather than the artists he claimed to support. Tidal started off strong thanks to the exclusive agreements Jay-Z secured with big-name artists. Stars like Kanye West, Rihanna, and Beyoncé released their projects only on Tidal, which really helped get the platform noticed by music fans everywhere. This strategy created a lot of buzz and excitement, drawing people to Tidal as they wanted to hear the latest music from their favorite artists. However, as is often the case with Jay-Z, there were complexities beneath the surface. While it seemed like a win for both the artists and the platform, questions began to arise about whether these partnerships were truly beneficial for the musicians involved, or if they primarily served Jay-Z's interests. In 2021, Jay-Z made a significant move by selling Tidal to Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Square, for a whopping $32 million. This sale allowed Jay to walk away with a large sum of money while leaving other artists struggling to get their fair share. Nicki Minaj, one of Tidal's prominent artists, has been very open about her disappointment with the platform. She recently shared her feelings about being involved with Tidal, revealing that she felt both disrespected and underpaid. Nicki disclosed that she was offered only $1 million to sell her part in Tidal, a sum she viewed as an insult rather than a fair offer. To her, this amount felt like a bribe to silence her concerns about a deal she described as a scam. In a candid tweet, Nicki Minaj expressed her feelings about her experience with Tidal, saying, "So, Barbs, thank you for supporting something I was a part of. I love you, but I was scammed and offered $1 million to be silenced. I declined. The grace of God is sufficient. I didn't need their hush money." This tweet reveals her frustrations and the challenges she faced as an artist on the platform. Despite her significant efforts in promoting Tidal, she claims she didn't earn a single dollar from her hard work. She emphasized this by stating, "I didn't even get one red penny when no one promoted it more than me outside of Beyoncé." Nicki Minaj's frustrations run deep, particularly after music executive Steve Stoute implied that she lost out on millions of dollars because she didn't sign the correct paperwork for her equity in Tidal. Nicki didn't hold back in her response, stating that the behind-the-scenes dealings and verbal agreements were much more complicated than they appeared. This situation shows how tricky and confusing business relationships can be in the music industry. In the end, Tidal became yet another business venture that Jay-Z moved away from after profiting significantly. One of Jay-Z's most strategic and controversial moves involved his relationship with Colin Kaepernick. For those who may not know, Kaepernick was a skilled quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. In 2016, he made headlines when he decided to kneel during the national anthem as a way to protest against the systemic oppression of black individuals in America, especially in relation to police brutality. His courageous act sparked a significant movement within the NFL, inspiring many other players to join him in solidarity and raise their voices against injustice. At first, Jay-Z was one of Colin Kaepernick's biggest supporters. During an interview with ESPN, he openly praised Kaepernick, calling him a true activist for his brave stand against injustice. To show his support, Jay-Z even wore a Kaepernick jersey while performing on Saturday Night Live, which made his alignment with Kaepernick's cause even more visible. When asked if he would support Kaepernick if he were his agent, Jay-Z confidently said, "100% do it." He highlighted how many people play football and pointed out that not everyone can be a game-changer like Kaepernick. Jay-Z emphasized the importance of purpose over just having a job, stating, "We confuse the idea of having a job with fulfilling your purpose." However, it's no secret that big sports leagues like the NFL, NBA, and NHL usually avoid political issues. They do this to keep their audience happy and not risk losing any fans. With so much money at stake from advertising, many people in the leagues became concerned about how Kaepernick's protests would affect their ratings, especially as they started to see a decline in viewership. This situation created a unique opening for Jay-Z, who recognized it as a chance to make a smart business decision. Rather than continuing to support Kaepernick's activism, Jay-Z saw the potential for profit in aligning himself with the leagues, showing that he was ready to put business interests ahead of the political message he had previously championed. Jay-Z played a significant role in striking a deal between his company, Roc Nation, and the NFL, which allowed him to present himself as a leader in both social justice and live events management. With this new position, along with a lucrative payout, he made a strong statement during a meeting with NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell by saying, "We are past kneeling." This remark signaled a shift in the conversation, as Jay-Z framed Kaepernick's protests not as an end, but rather as the starting point for a larger movement that he intended to spearhead. He emphasized that it was time to move beyond symbolic actions, like kneeling, and focus on concrete actions and initiatives. By making this deal, Jay-Z effectively distanced himself from Colin Kaepernick, the very person who ignited the protest movement against racial injustice. As a result, Kaepernick found himself without a contract or a team in the NFL, despite still being a strong advocate for the Black Lives Matter movement. This situation highlights how Jay-Z's actions contributed to sidelining Kaepernick's NFL career. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's influence and power within the NFL have only grown, showcasing his remarkable ability to maneuver through both the entertainment and sports industries with skill and strategic thinking. Jay-Z's influence soared to new heights, especially with his control over the Super Bowl halftime show, which he used as a strategic move against the Cash Money camp. By announcing Kendrick Lamar as the headliner for Super Bowl 59 in Louisiana, he made a bold statement right in the heart of Lil Wayne's home state. This choice had significant implications for everyone associated with Cash Money Records, as it clearly struck a nerve with Lil Wayne's supporters, including Birdman and Nicki Minaj. By selecting Kendrick, who is often seen as a rival to Drake, it appeared that Jay-Z was deliberately sending a message aimed at his competition. Unfortunately, Lil Wayne found himself in a difficult position, missing out on what could have been the most significant performance of his career at the Super Bowl. By choosing Kendrick Lamar as the headliner, Jay-Z cleverly undermined not just Lil Wayne, but also his associates Birdman and Nicki Minaj, all in one strategic move. This decision sent shockwaves through the Cash Money camp, highlighting the ongoing rivalry in the music industry. Rumors had been swirling that Drake had turned down the opportunity to perform at the Super Bowl, but an NFL insider quickly dismissed those claims, stating, "It's a blatant lie." In the 5 years that the NFL has worked with Roc Nation, they've never offered Drake the Super Bowl halftime show. Nicki Minaj didn't hold back when she took to Twitter to criticize Jay-Z, hinting that she had more secrets to unveil about the ongoing tensions. At the same time, Lil Wayne found himself stuck in a tough spot, feeling disappointed and frustrated by how things had turned out. This situation is classic Jay-Z. He always plays the long game. By choosing Kendrick Lamar as the Super Bowl headliner, Jay-Z not only supported Drake's biggest competitor, but also set himself up to settle old scores with rivals in the industry. Jay-Z's journey from the Marcy Projects to becoming a leading figure in the music industry is nothing short of remarkable. His success is not only a result of his incredible talent, but also his clever and sometimes controversial business strategies. For instance, he managed to outsmart Dame Dash during their time at Roc-A-Fella, showing his ability to navigate tough situations. He also transformed Tidal into a profitable platform, despite facing several scandals along the way. Moreover, he built Roc Nation by strategically undercutting other record labels, establishing a powerful brand that many aspire to be a part of. Additionally, Jay-Z has used his connections with the NFL to settle personal scores, which has sparked debate among fans and industry insiders. While some admire his tactics and view him as a visionary, others criticize him for his cutthroat approach. The big question many people ask is whether Jay-Z is truly the ultimate business mogul, or if he has simply mastered the art of hustling, sometimes at the expense of loyalty to his friends and fellow artists. Regardless of how one sees him, there's no denying that Jay-Z plays the game of business with incredible skill and strategy. He is always looking for ways to come out on top, and he knows how to navigate the complex world of entertainment to ensure his success. Thank you so much for watching our video. We appreciate your support and hope you found the content insightful and engaging. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on more exciting content, please subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to create great videos for you. See you in the next one.